Hey guys, and welcome to the very first episode of Podcast and Design, where we'll be doing more of designing than podcasting. So basically, we'll be designing while talking. That's why I called it Podcast and Design. So let's get on it. So today we're going to be talking about artboards. Artboards. Yeah. What are artboards? Well, I don't know. What are they used for? I'll show you just now. So okay, there's no option here. So when you're creating a new file on Photoshop, there's the option here of artboards. Well, there's no option that says how many artboards you want, like in Adobe Illustrator. There's no option like that on Photoshop. But we'll click on create. So artboards, I don't know what are artboards, but I know what they are used for, which is why I'm making this video for beginners, Photoshop beginners. So I'm using Photoshop 2020, is it 2024, 2025? I'm not sure because I downgraded. So artboards, I use artboards for rollouts. Now what are rollouts? Rollouts are different designs of the same design. For example, this design. So here it's an example but not a complete example, but this is what a rollout looks like. This is a song cover. I don't know why it's doing this. So this is a song cover, the main artwork song cover, and this is an out now. When it's out, you post this. For pre-order, you post this same design. Pre-order for when you're posting to a story, Instagram story, Facebook story, and WhatsApp. And this one is for it's the Facebook size. The other picture, I forgot what it's called, but the background image. So this is a rollout. Different designs of the same designs. You see the coloring, everything, the fonts is the same. Maybe not the font on this one, but here's another example. This is the rollout that I made. So this is a rollout. I use artboards to make rollouts, different designs of the same design. That's how I define artboards, right? Yeah, I still have this project. I'm not opening it because it will make my computer very slow. I don't have the best computer. So when you've created your artboard, your design here, and then you want to create another one, what I do is press Ctrl and J to duplicate it, and then I rename it. I always rename my artboards. You don't have to, but I do. Just like here, I renamed everything from countdown, out now, the main, pre-order, sometimes the Spotify canvas if I do get time. See, this is the same thing, and this is the video version of this. Well, I use After Effects for that. Yeah, and for logos I use Adobe Illustrator, but for now let's talk about artboards in Photoshop. Yeah, so this is a rollout. I use artboards for rollouts. These are artboards 1 2 3 4 5. These are artboards, right? So let's say you created a new file and you forgot to click here, and you've designed your artwork or any design. Okay, let me do this. No artboard, create. Okay, let me try again. No artboard, create. Yeah, so when you select no artboards, it's actually an option. It doesn't say no artboard, but you just uncheck here. So when it's like this and you want to make an artboard, let's say, let me just take this, pardon me, my computer keeps on lagging, so that's why I keep on pausing. So I copied the artwork here and I'm putting it here. I can show a real example. Okay, so let's say you are done. Remember, you forgot to tick the artboard check. So what you're gonna do, I have two ways. The other one does not work sometimes, so I'm not gonna even mention it. Okay, so you're gonna, so that it can group nicely, you're gonna unlock all the layers that you've locked. So you're gonna click the first layer and go to the last layer, click while holding shift, and then press Ctrl+G, and then it will group it as it is. It will not move it. And then you right click on that group layer and you say artboard from group, and then it will do this. Sometimes this becomes a problem. I struggle too with doing this. So it's doing this because of the background. I made the background as a smart object, so it's taking the background. So press Ctrl+Z to undo that. Let us try. Okay, let me just group. I'll group only, and then I'll leave the background. Let me just lock it. Maybe if I locked it, it wouldn't be like this. So artboard from group. See, it's doing this again. Let me try another artwork, because here I'm failing. I'm really failing. Before I try another artwork though, alternatively, you can just go to home, create new file, make it the same size. I usually use 3K by 3K, but for artworks you can use 1.4 1400 times 1400, and click create new. Don't close the other one. So you here you've unchecked the artboards selection thing. Here you checked it. So what you can do is, this is what I do sometimes. I do struggle with it a lot. So you can copy all of this and paste it here and save this new file. When you're pasting it, you have to press Shift plus Ctrl+V, or simply go to Edit, Paste Special, Paste in Place, so that it can fit as is. Yep, it can fit as it is, right? I also struggle with it sometimes. So if you want to make another one, you can press Ctrl+J. Well, for out now pre-orders, I have my own mockups that I made, so I just do it that side on my mockups, and then I paste them here. I'm gonna show you just now. Let's wait for it to load. This video was supposed to be 1 minute. So here's the artwork that I once made. I make these fine arts designs. You can order yours. So I made this mockup, music mockup, right? But I think we're gonna talk about mockups on the next episode. So let's say you want to make a track list. You'll have to move, maybe it's up to you. You can move this head up to here, I think I'm gonna run it, but you can move this head here, and then you can type here, and then you can lower the background opacity so that your text can be readable. Right? It doesn't work on this artwork, unfortunately. I've tried before. That's why I made the rollouts with few designs. I made few designs of the rollouts because of this gradient and how I made this melting effect. It won't allow me unless I'm a guru in this Photoshop thing. I started using Photoshop 2023. Well, I started as a logo designer on Illustrator. I was so scared of Photoshop. So this is just a tip. Let me try another example. Let me look for another artwork. This is a podcast anyway, so it can be as long as. Okay, I found it. So with the background just changes the size, right? So what you need to do is, before, let's say here is an example with an artboard. I copied the layers here. Here's the example with no artboard. So I went to new file and I unchecked the artboard thing. So let's say you did that, and then you're deciding, no, I want to do a rollout, right? I thought I wasn't recording. So you did that and you decided, no, I want to do a rollout. So what do? Remember, in order to do a rollout, you use artboards, which is what we're talking about today. So when you do it that way that I was explaining, Control G, artboard from group, it will definitely do this and change the size, right? Because of this background, simply because of this background. So I have three options. Option number one, you see this background, you see as it is, you can tell which background is overlapping. So whatever is overlapping, it will take that size. I think it takes the bigger size of the layers. So you convert to smart objects. Sometimes you rasterize so that it can fit, right? And then after that, if nothing is overlapping, right? So you can do that option, artboard from group. Still it does this, right? It still does this, right? So you need to resize, group again. So if this option does not work, here's option number two. You go to the move tool, go to artboards, and you draw here. Here's 3K by 3K that I use. So I start from here to this corner up to this corner. Now the purple lines will guide you. See, if you do this, the downside is not included. See, it has to be like this for four sides, and then yeah, your artboard is here. So now you can say Control J and add a text, maybe here, like I did here, like pre-order. This was just a simple artwork. So you duplicate, and then you change a few details, right? That is option number 2. Option number 3, if you know, like me, as I've said, I use 3K by 3K. I always use 3K by 3K. That's the size of my artworks. So you can go to Artboards tool. It's already said 3K by 3K. So what I usually do, see, I do this. Even if I do it like this, okay, let me group and lock. So I want to do a new artboard. I'm not sure why it's doing this. Even if I do this, forget about this one, so automatically this group is under this artboard, which shouldn't be like that. Just remove it, you'll deal with it later. So this artboard is like this, right? And you know that you usually use 3K by 3K, so you just type it out here on the artboard options. I think these ones are the same ones, and then you move this thing to here. Oh my god, it's not working. So that option does not work, but you should try the other options, because right now I'm not sure what's happening. I'm not sure if it's my computer that is lagging or both, because it should be showing. Sometimes I just save, close, and then open again, and then you find out that it's worked. So thank you guys. I'm just a beginner here. I'm not a guru. I did not go to school for this. I self-taught this thing. So pardon me for any mistakes, and pardon my English. English is my first additional language. Bye.